Wow, what a weekend of footballing action. A weekend which saw Bayer Leverkusen win their very first league title. When Xavi Alonso took over with them, they were bottom from fifth with 8 points from 5 games. They have been crowned champions of the Bundesliga, beating Bayern Munich to the title. Congratulations to Xavi Alonso on this mammoth achievement with Bayer Leverkusen. Jeremy Frimpong has been integral to his side's win. They've still not lost a game throughout the whole season. It's amazing. We're going to talk about them today. We'll talk about Jordan Ayew and Crystal Palace. Jordan Ayew's side won the game at Anfield, denting Liverpool's title hopes. And Arsenal and Thomas Partey as well had their title hopes dented when they faced Aston Villa at home. They lost 2-0. The Wolves of Kumasi Asante Kotoko continue as well. We'll look at that today. And Joseph Painter on target for his LA Galaxy side versus Vancouver Whitecaps. We'll look at all that today. As usual, subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. So we're going to round up a bit of the highlights of performances of Ghanaian players abroad and start off from the English Premier League, which saw Kudus Mohammed and his West Ham side lose to Fulham. 2 goals from Pereira meant that Kudus and his side could not get a goal or even talk about a win or a point in this game here. It was a London derby and they were beating at home 2-0. Kudus was in action for the full 90 minutes of this one here. Unfortunately, he could not do much to help his side recover from that 2-goal deficit. It means that West Ham United remain in 8th position, and Manchester United, with a game in hand, could stretch above them should they win that game in hand. Manchester United themselves suffering a 2-2 draw versus AFC Bournemouth over the weekend. But Kudus' side could not take advantage of that draw and possibly overtake Manchester United on the league table. They went on the next day and lost their game. Quite unfortunate there for them. Also in action was Jordan Ayew and his Crystal Palace side. Jordan was in action as his side went to Anfield and beat Liverpool 1-0. It could have been 2-0. That goal line clearance meant that Liverpool just suffered by 1-0. Following their Europa League defeat to Atlanta at home 3-0, Liverpool came into this game looking to redeem themselves and hopefully get all 3 points and back into the title conversation and the title running. Unfortunately, the winners of the weekend in the Premier League is Manchester City. They won their game 5-1. Erling Haaland with a hat-trick, getting onto the score sheet once again, and they have stretched their lead at the top, 2 points clear of both Arsenal and Liverpool, who suffered defeats in their respective games following Manchester City's 5-1 win versus Luton Town. Manchester City now have it in their sights. They could win 4 Premier League titles in a row. It's never been done before. Arsenal and Liverpool would now hope to have some favors done for them in their run up to the games, the running, title running. Manchester City would be confident going on, and Pep Guardiola, if anyone knows how to finish a season when in full throttle, would be an expert here. He has done it 3 times in a row. Could he possibly do it 4 in a row? Many say that would dampen or that will degrade the league in a way. But if you are that good and you have the best of the best and you have the best coaching tactics and you do the right things and you are on track, who is to stop you from winning it? Pep Guardiola has proven beyond reasonable doubt that he is really a good coach and can get the job done when need be. So Manchester City have done their job. They are on top, 73 points, not much difference, 71-71, Arsenal and Liverpool there. Capitulation for Liverpool as they lost to Crystal Palace. It was a shock result for me, especially when they were playing from home. Arsenal themselves also suffered another capitulation. Thomas Partey was not in action today for them, and unfortunate that his side could not win this game here. But let's congratulate Aston Villa. They fought hard, they hang in there, and they took their chances. Hit the post in the first half, get into the dying embers. Arsenal could have found the back of the net. They have done an amazing job, Aston Villa. They are fighting for Champions League football, and Unai Emery, a former Arsenal coach, dented the title hopes of Arsenal. Their first defeat in 2024 coming in April 14th. Wow, to tell you how much of a great run they've had this season in the Premier League, and Arsenal would want to continue in this rich vein of form and possibly continue to get onto the title. But that one loss could prove very costly in the grand scheme of things if you look at it from this angle. And it was Partey who was not in action for his side there. Kumasi Asante Kotoko I'll talk about next, and they suffered another defeat. Prosper Natiogum is still at the helm, and it doesn't look like it's going to leave anytime soon. Kumasi Asante Kotoko are suffering. They are not in a good spot right now. Many are calling for Natiogum to resign, and it has not happened yet. Dreams FC, who are doing well in Africa, in the semi-final next week, they will play Zamalek away from home and then play them 7 days later at the Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium. We'll see how things go for them, but they were able to add more pain to Kumasi Asante Kotoko fans as they beat them 2-0 at the Daewoo Dreams FC's home stadium there. 2-0 win for them, and they have 2 games in hand if I'm not mistaken, and they will be hoping that they can win those 2 games and get further up the table. Not great form in the league because they are focused in the CAF Confederations Cup, and progression nicely into it has made them have to choose where they want to put most of their energies. And it's clear that in the CAF Confederations Cup, where they've had a lot of good run of games, they are putting more focus there, and the league probably might not be as important for them as that one is. So congratulations to Dreams FC. Commiserations to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Hartlepool, their bitter rivals, also went back on track in winning ways 3-1 against Kerala United. Kotoko fans will not be happy right now. We hope that Kumasi Asante Kotoko recover. These 2 clubs are really in a bad position, following each other on the table. Mid-table finishes on the horizon for them. We see how that one goes there. So that has been it for today, talking to you about some quick headlines on Ghanaian players abroad. Jordan Ayew's Crystal Palace denting Liverpool's title hopes, advantage Manchester City, Thomas Partey and Arsenal slip up in the title race versus Aston Villa suffering a first defeat in 2024 in the Premier League, a 2-0 loss at the Emirates. Kudus Mohamed's side as well, 2-0 loss to Fulham in that London derby, and Jeremy Frimpong and Bayer Leverkusen make history today as they win their very first title for Bayer Leverkusen, the Bundesliga. They could win a treble this season. It will be interesting to see how that one goes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Your thoughts in the comments box, your top performers over the weekend in terms of Ghanaian players. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.